Hello and welcome to Retro Gaming Swede. And today we'll take a look at the Nintendo Entertainment System, also called the NES. These are the games you should pick up after you've gotten tired of the Fat Plumber and the pointy-eared boy. There's not really any ranking to this or anything like that, but the last game in the video is my pick for the best game in the world ever. So make sure to stick around to that. But before we start, let's check this out. Do you enjoy playing retro games but don't know what to get next? Do you want to find all the gems for your systems? Then please leave a like and subscribe and your life will be complete. If it's your first time here, maybe even take a look at some of my other stuff. So, as usual, we'll start off with the most obvious one. Do you like cool robots? Do you like a serious challenge? Do you know the Konami code by heart? Then this game is for you. Probotector. Yeah! So, for our confused American friends, this is also called Contra. This is, of course, the premier run-and-gun game for the NES. This is also one of the best looking and sounding games on my list. I remember back in the day, I was homesick from school and played this all day for an entire week and actually managed to beat it in one continue. Now I can't get through the first stage without dying. You can pick up a lot of different weapons during the game, including a machine gun, spread gun, and the weird twirling fire gun. The coolest part of the game is of course the change of perspective. Every other stage in the game is played as a normal run and gun game, and the others are played in third person perspective. Something that wasn't very common back in the day. Some of the bosses are really cool and sort of a rip-off of the Alien movies. Some of them are actually pretty easy, but some are absolute bastards to beat. If you have a friend to play with, this is an amazing game for some two-player action, although it's not that much easier with two guys on the screen. Anyway, that's all I have for this Konami masterpiece, so let's move on to the next game. Do you like racing games? Do you like losing? Do you like blasting your opponents to pieces? Then this game is for you! RC Pro-Am! So, this is the first NES game made by Rare that got a really high rating by pretty much every outlet. You race your RC car around the track against 3 opponents. Really fun game, although it would be much better with some multiplayer. The first races are really easy, but a cool thing in this game is that instead of upgrading your car between races like you normally would, you pick up your upgrades at the course and they stay with you throughout the game. There are 24 courses in total and 32 stages to play all in all, with the later 8 just being a bit harder versions of the first ones with more hazards. You can also pick up different weapons on the stages, including rockets and mines. The opponent's cars also level up as you play, so the car upgrades are really important. Your objective is to not end the race at 4th place. As long as you keep yourself at 3rd position or higher, you can continue to play the next stage. If you come in 4th, you're out. One annoying thing is that the race stops as soon as the player in the lead goes past the finish line. So, that was all about RC Pro-Am. Now let's go for a more gloomy game. Do you want to be whipped or be the whipper? Do you like orange people? Do you hate vampires? Then this is the game for you. Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. Now, this is another Konami classic and my favorite Castlevania game for the NES. It has all the action from the first game and scrapped all of the weird shit from Simon's Quest. It's a prequel to the first game and you play as Trevor C. Belmont, who has all the same abilities as his later ancestor Simon, but also for some reason likes to wear an orange jumpsuit. It does have some non-linear stuff where you can choose your own path throughout the game. You can also recruit different spirits to help you out. You can change into your companion by pressing select. You can only have one companion at a time and they share your health pool. All of your companions have different special attacks and can be pretty fun to play around with. The setting is of course Dracula's castle and it looks absolutely amazing for an NES game, with really nice backgrounds and great looking enemies. The music also frames the action in a good and spooky way. So that's all about whipping dead guys. Let's move on to something more cuddly. Do you like cheating bosses? Do you like fat men? Do you like bald men? Then why not play some Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Yeah, why isn't all boxing games like this? This is an absolute dream to play. You play as Little Mac and tries to win the World Championship of Boxing. There's nothing super advanced in this game, but it's just very addicting. You need to take it easy and avoid the enemy attacks and figure out when to strike. On some guys it's an instant knockout, and on some it's stunning them to get some extra hits in. Like hitting King Hippo in the mouth so he drops his pants, or blocking the Tiger guy's super fast tiger attack. If you get a hit in on some of these guys you can get a star punch, which will deal some serious damage. This is one of the system's highest rated games of all time and it is deserved, considering it's basically a long boss rush and gets crazy hard in the later stages. So if you've just gotten an NES and don't know what to get next, this is a really good buy. With its great looking sprites, awesome music and nice Mario cameo, you can never go wrong with some Punch-Out! Now, as I promised, I'll show you probably the best game of all time ever! Do you like cutesy graphics? Do you like multiplayer? Do you like dragons? Of course you do! Here's Bobble Bobble! Ah, memories. I played this game a whole lot as a kid. You play as a bubble shooting dragon trying to trap all enemies in bubbles and pop them before the timer runs out. Seems simple? Guess again. The first stage is super simple, but once you get past level 10, the game starts to really ramp up the difficulty. Designed as an arcade game first by Taito, seeing that there was a lot of people in the arcades in Japan that didn't play the games. They made this charming cutesy looking game to try to win over the girlfriends of the guys visiting the arcades. It plays like a dream and has all these different pickups to get, like shoes to make you faster and umbrellas to skip levels. The color of the umbrella tells you how many levels you skip. Collecting all the letters gives you a screen clearing picture and an extra life. Pretty cool, right? A varied enemy roster and some really nice variation of stages makes this game instantly playable. Unfortunately, The NES version only has 100 stages as opposed to the Master System version that doubles that. But it will probably take a while to master these. It also has the most memorable music of all time. Once you hear it, you can never get it out of your head. So if you don't have this in your collection, you've done something wrong. So, what do you think about my list? What's your favorite NES game? Tell me in the comments. And please like and subscribe if you like this style of content. See you next time.